Hey everyone, this is C Crypto Daily Buzz. Today is March 26, 2026. This channel summarizes the most important crypto news for investors in Southeast Asia, including traders and long-term holders in the Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand, and OFW communities using crypto and remittance every day. Let's go through 3 key stories you should pay attention to in today's market. Issue 1. Bitmine adds 67,111 ETH and scales up MAVAN institutional staking. Bitmine, the firm associated with analyst Tom Lee, has bought another 67,111 ETH and withdrawn it from Kraken, lifting its total Ethereum holdings to around 4.6 million ETH, of which more than 3.1 million ETH is already staked. Through its newly launched MAVAN platform, Bitmine now runs one of the largest institutional-grade ETH staking operations, with infrastructure designed for funds, family offices, and high-net-worth investors who want yield without managing their own validators. For investors in Southeast Asia, including Singapore funds and affluent traders in the Philippines and Vietnam, this shows that large players are treating ETH as a long-term yield asset rather than a short-term trade. It can support Ethereum's supply and demand dynamics, but it also concentrates validator power and staking rewards in a small number of operators, which is a centralization risk the community needs to watch. Issue 2. Binance launches 10x USDT perpetuals on Meta, NVIDIA, and Alphabet. Binance Futures has listed USDT margined perpetual contracts that track the stock prices of Meta platforms, NVIDIA, and Alphabet, Google, with trading open 24/7 and leverage of up to 10 times. These equity-linked contracts settle profits and losses entirely in USDT and use funding payments every 8 hours, giving crypto users a way to go long or short on major US tech names without opening a traditional securities account. For traders in Southeast Asia, including users in the Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, and OFW communities who are familiar with these brands, I see this as both an opportunity and a trap. It lets you express macro views on global tech, but it also mixes equity risk with high-leverage crypto futures behavior. Without strict position sizing and clear stop-loss rules, a few volatile sessions can wipe out an account much faster than spot BTC or ETH trades. Issue 3. Ethereum Foundation's PQ Hub starts multi-year post-quantum security roadmap. The Ethereum Foundation has launched PQ Hub, a coordination center focused on post-quantum security and how to transition Ethereum to quantum-resistant cryptography over the coming years. More than 10 research and client teams are already working on PQ DevNets, testing new signature schemes, account formats, and consensus changes, with a roadmap that targets major upgrades by around 2029. So that wallets, smart contracts, and staking infrastructure remain safe even as quantum computing advances. For long-term ETH holders and DeFi users in Southeast Asia, including those in Singapore, the Philippines, and Vietnam, who rely on Ethereum-based stablecoins for remittance and savings, I interpret this as a long-term insurance policy rather than a short-term catalyst. It does not move price this week, but it signals that Ethereum's core developers are planning several years ahead to protect on-chain assets, which is important if you think in 5 to 10-year horizons. Summary: 1. Bitmine lifts ETH holdings above 4.6 M and expands MAVAN institutional staking. 2. Binance launches 10x USDT perpetuals on Meta, NVIDIA, Alphabet stocks. 3. Ethereum Foundation's PQ Hub begins multi-year post-quantum security roadmap to 2029. This video is for information and education only and is not financial advice. All investment decisions and risks are your own responsibility. If this video was helpful, please subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell. For real-time alerts and trading signals, join our Telegram channel, link in the description. See you in the next one.